From your teachings of Haqiqatul Thai, you taught us about Badani. Sayyidi, is Badani the ability to make salawats in tens of thousands to fast forward our frequency?
Yeah, the haqiqat Thai from lisan or from the body, or they say makan, that from physicality and the movement through time and space. Its basic understanding is that you're operating from your wave. So that's when we went into the wave and particle. If you are a particle person and they may go into seclusion and don't know why they're in seclusion, but they're particle. So everything is a physical for them and become very difficult. They think they have to do these in the hundreds of thousands with physical speed. But when they learn that you annihilate yourself to a different reality of yourself, and that reality of the self, when you shatter it and bring yourself down and make yourself to be nothing, Allah begin to open the reality of light in which you see your light moving. Means they're operating at a wave reality, they see waves of light coming to them and waves of light going from them. In that reality of a wave, the zikr and practices they do are of an immense speed. So if you throw a rock from your physical strength, what's the speed that it will have? But if you throw something at your light speed, then that's something that can't be comprehended. So the servant who unlocks their wave reality is operating from their light speed, that their soul is in a wave reality, they feel their energies moving. Their zikrs become infinitely faster because the energies that's flowing from them, the soul is making these movements, these zikrs, and it's all khafi. So these are the realities of the wave realities that Allah asks from them, that when they seclude and isolate themselves and they do their tafakkur and contemplation, they keep the characteristics of goodness and suppress the bad characteristics, suppress anger, suppress all of the bad characteristics. Allah opens for them their soul reality, which is a wave reality. So the ibadah at wave, the zikr at wave, all of that is something that can't be understood. So the servant of wave, they're in continuous salah. That's not understood by physical people. But if they took a physics course they would understand. Someone whom operating from their wave reality means their soul is continuously moving and they witness their soul, and their soul is in a continuous state of worshipness. And what Allah wants from us is, if leave your particle, enter to your wave and you feel the dress that your soul is continuously praying. Your soul of this servant, this mu'min servant has not forgotten Allah but is one whom worships Allah. As soon as that wave reality worships, it is a continuous worshipness, continuously in a state of worshipness, continue in a state of salawat and durood al-sharif, because it's continuous. Their soul is in a movement. And that's the greatness of reaching to those realities, that's where the power comes, that's where the barakah comes, that's where all the blessings come. So particle very limited, what can you do with the particle? You're limited to your physical strength, how far you can throw something, how far you can do something, how far you can see something. But that which operates at its light reality is a wave. So imagine then a wave that does Allah versus a particle. Particle will say Allah and then the vibration of it, how it's going to move out. But you're talking of something was connected to its wave reality, it's a constant into that dimension. As soon as it says Allah, is continuous and eternal movement of that dhikr. So the dhikr has more power, the salah is continuous salah, their durood continuous durood, because they're now in a continuous state of worshipness. So this is why then the superiority of the world of light, and that's why Prophet gave to us that example that the people of tafakkur, if one of the people of tafakkur, 1 hour of their tafakkur is like 70 years of your worshipness. That's a light reality. That servant in their 1 hour is in a continuous movement to the Divine Presence at the speed of light. So then gives the person who's not doing that is as if 70 years of worshipness, means a lifetime. The person who's a particle, the one from the world of light, 1 hour of their worshipness is a lifetime of a regular servant, because of the state in which their light is in that dimension and in that association and in those lights. And once they've connected that light, it's a continuous flow from that presence. While the particle is trying to reach to its connection. So it's trying to make a call, it's trying to make a call. I guess the only way you could try to figure it is let's say if everything was Wi-Fi and you're trying to get a signal each time a particle is trying to connect, trying to make their salah, trying to make their du'a, and Allah gives them coordinates, do these things 5 times a day, maybe you can catch the Wi-Fi signal, maybe you'll have the correct code for the Wi-Fi channel. But what about one whom is connected directly to the net, to the Ethernet, when they have a wired connection? Means they have a continuous connection that they're not dialing up, they're not trying to get a code into it. As a result they are continuously connected. Then we understand the flow of information, the flow of lights, the flow of blessings flowing into that reality because they're wired, they're connected. While everyone else is trying to connect, Allah has dressed them with a wired and connected connection, inshaAllah.